Today we'll have a look at a pen from a brand I've reviewed quite a couple of pens from, but I haven't reviewed one of them in a while, I would say. And that brand is Monteverde. Monteverde was, this pen was sent to us by the Goulet Pen Company for review purposes. Thanks a lot. Let's have a look at this pen. Alright. It says Monteverde, a world of luxury and innovation. Alright, that's what it says in the box. And this particular model is the Intima, and this is the neon pink finish, which is, well, it's definitely unmistakably pink. The box opens up like this, and you have a little sleeve, put up. And then you have the pen. Wow, that's really neon. Yes, I know. We're going to take this out for a second. What do you get? You get a box of cartridges, except it's not really a box of cartridges. It is a box with a black and a blue cartridge. So you don't actually get the, whatever fits in here, 6 cartridges, so you get 2. That's alright. And then you get the Intima, maybe I'm supposed to Intima, I really don't know. I'm going to go with Intima. Fountain pen refill instructions on a decent card. This is nice card stock, it's shiny, it's not cheap looking. That's cool. And then we have the pen. The pen is on its little bed. I'm going to pop it out. And here you have it. Alright, now that's neon pink. Whoa, I nearly dropped it. You have to admit it that this is very in your face. And if you like pink, I'm looking at you, Eric, this is definitely a pen that you would probably enjoy. Now, I'm going to cover the parts of the pen. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'll do a writing sample. Top of the cap, finial. I think this is very cool. Monteverde has been doing this for as long as I can remember. That's a little mountain range. That is also their logo, and that's also in the box, and it's on the box. I think that's cool. It's a nice, simple logo, and of course, this is a little small. I don't know if there's a... It's also a stylized M, the letter M for Monteverde. You can see that better here, which is cool. It has an M in there. It even has a little bit of a V in there. So I like that. It's simple, but it makes a lot of sense. Okay, then you have this clip, and that clip is pretty springy, and it works very well. Without any apparent effort, you can just put it in a shirt pocket or something. The back of the finial there, it says Monteverde USA Intima, and then you have this pen body. Very shiny, very smooth, very nice. It looks very nice. A little black end cap, and then a cap that unscrews, and it's a fairly thick material, which is good because there is no cap band, and as I'm holding it in the light and allowing you to look inside, you can see it's slightly translucent, which is cool. This is nice. No cap band, so there could be cracking, but it's pretty thick material, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Black section matches the end there, and then there is a black nib, and this happens to be the stub. These are fine, medium, broad, and stub nibs, but you can also buy these nibs separately, which is very cool because that means that for a not too high mount, you can switch around your nib or your nibs, and you build up a bit of a range of options. Okay, so you have the black nib. It's very black. It is shiny, as you can see there, but I think it's really well done. What I'm trying to show you, it's very difficult because it's black, is that it has that mountain range on it again. And someone once pointed out to me, and I think that is very cool, that the breather hole is actually sort of bisected by the mountain range. I don't really know how well the camera will pick this up, given that it's all black and it absorbs all the light, but it is definitely cool. So the mountain range is on there, as well as the Monteverde logo again. So the mountain range is on the nib, as well as in a little circle. It says Monteverde on one of the side flanks of the nib, and it says Monteverde USA. The pen is fed by, well, obviously international cartridges, but also by a converter. And that's pretty much all there's to it. So it's a comfortable section. The pen is a little bit small for me, but that's okay. It's still very usable, and it posts well, and because this is all the same material, it doesn't really become top heavy when you post it, which I think is cool. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Well, this pen is very much in your face, and I think that's kind of cool. if you are looking for a pen that will stand out a bit, you could do a lot worse than get something like this. If you like very girlish pink, I think you would really love this pen because it's pink. Very pink. I also, well, I really like the clip. Let's start there. I like the clip. It's an interesting design, ski slope-ish, and it works very well. I have to say I love the nib. Good stub, writes well, writes smoothly, and has good flow. And it's a number 6 nib. That's also nice. It's just a nice big nib. I would even go so far as to say that it's maybe a bit big on this model. They could probably have gotten away with a number 5 nib, but the nice thing about number 6 is that there are a lot of replacement nibs available, so you can really switch it around. Okay, these are things I like. Things I don't like so much. I am not sure if I really like the black highlights on the pen, especially given this is so girly. I think it would be nice if I would have seen a section, this is hourglass shaped, if a section in the same material as the barrel. I think it would just have been very cool. There's nothing inherently wrong with this. It's just that I think that black nib makes it a bit masculine, whereas this color is very feminine. So I think a chrome nib, a chrome colored nib would have been fine, but that is very personal preference, aesthetics thing. I don't know if that goes for everyone. More concretely, there is a bit of a step down from the barrel, and although it's not huge, you do feel it. This is a very sharp edge, and although it doesn't really bother me as I write, you can definitely feel it. So I don't know about that. The nice thing about that is that it makes the closure, the seam between the cap and the barrel work very well. So that's definitely cool. Another thing I don't like so much is that this is I would say slightly smaller pen. It's not a pocket pen, but it is slightly smaller. And then it's very nice if you can post it, especially if you have a cap that's not all metal, so it won't become too top heavy. The only problem with posting is it doesn't really post that deeply, right? It only goes in there up to about that far. And that definitely increases the length of the pen, but it's also quite wobbly, and I can't really make it fit on there more tightly. It's tight enough, by all means. The pen won't fall out, but it's a bit wobbly. And if you have slightly larger hands, I'm touching, you may see there is a bit of a curve going on there because I'm touching the cap and I'm pushing it upwards with my hand. I think that could have been a little bit better, but, you know, just saying. Now, this pen would go for about $50 on the street, which is not that expensive. A lot of Monteverde pens are fairly affordable, I think, and it's cool to see that. There's many very expensive pen options out there, and it's nice to see that there are companies who make well-made pens that are still pretty affordable. So in that regard, I think it's very cool. There's other finishes as well if you don't like the hot pink, but, you know, it's pink. If you love pink, it's a good one. Okay, thanks to the Goulet Pen Company for sending us this pen to review. I appreciate it. I'm going to do a writing sample next. Measurements of the pen will be on the website sbrebrown.com, as well as high-resolution pictures of both the pen and the writing sample. I hope this was useful so far, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, here we go with the Monteverde Intima with a 1.1 millimeter stub, and the ink is St. Dupont Royal Blue, and the paper is Rhodia. Start with a bit of writing. Good flow. Maybe some fast writing, see what happens there. Always a bit of an issue with an italic or a stub, because if you misalign the nib it will skip, and then it's not the nib's fault but the user's fault. Just happened right there. I think in general we can say that this is a well-flowing nib. So nib and feet are well tuned. They do it very well. Wetness. It's not the wettest pen in the world, but it's by no means dry. I think this is a well-tuned nib. Line variation. Of course, there is natural line variation because it is a stub type nib, but you can see you can even squeeze out a little bit more with some pressure and get a fairly nice line variation. But to be honest, even without any pressure, because of the shape of the nib, you still get line variation. Okay, reverse writing, for those of you who really like that, not really a success. But it is not a round nib, it is an italic nib, it has no tipping, so I said italic, I meant stub. So yeah, it's not the most useful nib for upside down writing. Okay, hope this was useful. Thanks to the Goulet Pen Co for sending this pen over for review. Guys, I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later.